Hello everyone. So today we are going to see what are the post installation step of the HANA cockpit on the cloud. So as you know that in previous session we have seen how to install the HANA cockpit. So if you want to know about it, I will post the link of it in the description box so that you will able to understand how to install the HANA cockpit on the cloud. So in this session, we are going to see what are the post installation steps. So once you install the HANA cockpit, so what are the next steps which you need to perform? So this is my cloud platform. So this is GCP console, and I have two instances you can see. So we have created this instance in the earlier lessons. So this instance two, we have HANA Cockpit, which we installed in the earlier session, and this instance one, we have HANA database. So now let's see what are the post installation steps. So let's log into Cockpit instance, which is instance two. So this is my SIDADM user H4CADM, and then password. So once you log in, so just check whether our cockpit is up and running. So you can check with the HTTP info. So you can see all services are running, which are the Access services and HANA database services. So very first step is as we have installed this on the cloud, so we need to change the hostname to the physical hostname. So for this, you need to go to profile parameters like do cdcoc, and you can see. So this is accesscontroller.ini. So here, after installation, you will find that the default domain is of the VIP, so which is my cloud engines instance. So we need to change it with the physical. So now you can see my physical instance name is instance hyphen two. So we need to change this parameter default domain equal to instance hyphen two, and we need to add this parameter default name equal to instance hyphen two. So once you are done with this, just restart your cockpit, and after that you can see automatically this app URL will be get updated to this. So no need to update this app URL manually, so it will get automatically update. So this is the first step after the installation, and the next step is to find the URLs. So how to find the cockpit URLs? So for that you need to go to slash HANA slash shared for SID access and bin. So in this directory, so I'm repeating the path HANA shared H4C access bin. So you will see something called access admin login. So basically with this script, you need to log in with the access admin and the user. So I'm just executing this dot slash access admin login. So once you will execute, you can see it is asking me password for cockpit admin. So the password will be our master password which we have given during the installation of cockpit. So just provide that password, and you can see now it is connected. It is showing that it is connected. So here you need to execute the command access space apps. So once you will execute this, so it will list all the links for the cockpit. You can see these are the links, and you can see now you can access all the apps of the cockpit from this link. So you will get all idea about the links. So here you can see the instance hyphen 2 has been updated. So this has been updated as we have updated the physical hostname of cockpit in the previous step, which is in the default domain, which I shown you just now. So here, so important very first is admin. So admin cockpit admin URL we need to open. So this is the name. So cockpit admin web app. So this we have to open so that we can do the initial configuration after the installation. So let's open this. So I will copy and let's open it. So here you can see I am just using the physical name because I have updated the my uh, host file with the public IP. So you can see this is instance 2, and this is the public IP of my VM which is on GCP. So it is pointing to public IP directly. So just give the cockpit admin user now. So again cockpit underscore admin, this is the same user which gets created automatically when you install the cockpit. and password will be again our master password which we have provided during the installation. So yeah, so once you log in, so you will get this screen. So many times you can get screen like you that you have not authorized and assigned the access. So you just need to click on OK, so that our access automatically will get assigned. So that screen you will get during first login only. So after that you should get this screen only. So once you get this screen, so very first step is you can see the database cockpit users. So if you want, you can create the cockpit user. So by default, you will have one user created, which is cockpit underscore admin. You can see over here. So let's create one additional user. So it is recommended to create one extra user for yourself or for other task. So let's create user. So I'm giving name like test user and password. You can set from password over here. Email you can give and click on step 2. So here this is the important step, so where you can give the access. So you can see now different access are available like cockpit admin role. So this will be master, so that you can do administration of cockpit with this role. So there is cockpit database administrator role, so DB administration can be done. So for now I am assigning all the roles to this user, and just step 3 and create user. So you can see our user is created. So this is how you can create the user. So this is the first step which you should do after the installation of cockpit. So next is groups, database groups. So what are the database groups? So basically, if you want to group the database, similar database, like for example, if you have ECC, BW, CRM, and if you want to group them, you can create the group. So here, let's create one group. So I'm creating group like cloud group because my HANA on cloud. Go to step 2. Then step step 3 and users. So here you can see it is asking cockpit users. So now you can assign the users to for this group, so that only those users can access this group. So you can see cockpit admin is default user which we have, and the test user which we have just created. So just select so that both users can access this group, and select create group. So this is how you can create the group. So this is the one second step which you should do after the cockpit installation. And now third step, and which is important, that is registering database. Now as you know that cockpit is nothing but a monitoring tool. So you can monitor your HANA databases which are in landscape from the cockpit. So but you need to add one by one all database in the cockpit. So just register database, click on this, and you can see button over here, register database. So just click on it, and here you can give the host name now. So my database HANA database is on instance 1, so which is different instance hyphen 1. So I'm giving that. Then instance number is 00, so you provide your instance name, instance number. So one more, this database name automatically it will take like user generated database at system. So you can select that first radio button. Then here it is asking you want to connect system database or tenant. So I want to connect system database. If you want to add tenant, so just click on tenant and give tenant name. So let's add system for now, and step 2. So here basically if you want to enable the encryption, you can enable from here. So for now I am not doing any encryption. So step 3. Then this is a technical user. So just give technical users. Now I am giving the system user for this connection. So it is recommended to use separate or dedicated user. You can see this warning over here. Using system as a technical user is not recommended. So means you can create the username something like cockpit in your HANA database to connect your HANA database from cockpit. So for now, I'm giving system and click on step 4. So you can see here also you can create technical user for this system, which I have shown in the first step. But here also you can create. So I'm not creating again now. Step 4. Then database group. So as you know that we have created database group also. So you can assign this group now, which is our cloud group. So it is not mandatory, but you can assign as well, so that you can sort or your club your databases according to your landscape or any other classifications. So select the group. Step 5. Contact you can provide like name, email details. That is not mandatory. Then click on review, and here you have button register. So just validate whatever changes you have put during 5 step and click on register. Okay, so you can see now our system has been registered. So we have total did 3 steps as of now. We have registered database, we created group, we created user. These are some cockpit settings, so which I will cover in the detail section of cockpit when I will show you how to utilize the cockpit. So there I will cover. So that is cockpit setting. Then active sessions also you can monitor over here. What are the active sessions of cockpit? Then XSL logs. So these are the logs for troubleshooting. So this is it for the administration part. Now let's check whatever the database we have added, correct? So let's check in the cockpit now how we can monitor it. So here only you will have button go to HANA cockpit. So just click on this. So it will redirect you to the monitoring link. So which is basically HANA database monitoring. So this link is first for administration, which I just covered, and second link automatically you will get redirected. So that is for the your monitoring. So same link you can also find over here, which I shown you, correct? So all links are available. So here also you can find the same link. So now this is our monitoring, cockpit monitoring, which is open. So you can see now our cloud group, it is showing one database because we have created group and added database there. So just click on here. Okay, so you can see now our system DB has been added. So just click on this so that we can monitor. So again, it will ask the database user. So this is also one time it will ask. So I'm giving system user again. So this user is for HDB database, which we have added in cockpit. Okay, so you can see now it is loading. So basically it will load all the things in the whatever system which we can monitor from cockpit. So from monitoring perspective, so you can see there are different tiles over here. So there is prospect like all. Suppose if you want to do monitoring, administration, or security part, so you can select views as per your choice. So I'm putting all so that everything will be basically shown over here. Okay, so you can do administration also like stop database, open SQL, then database management, and these are different tiles. So you can see like services, what are the services which are running, then alerts, memory usage. So there are different tiles like CPU, disk, SQL. So here you can do monitoring for all those things. So I'm going to cover a separate session for this, like how to utilize the HANA cockpit. So in that session I will be covering so all these tiles and how to utilize it. So that's it for today. So this was the complete topic for the initial post configuration of the HANA cockpit. And as I said, in next video, I will cover all the details or how to utilize effectively how to utilize your Cockpit 2.0 effectively for monitoring your HANA database. So that I'm planning to cover. So I upload such kind of videos here. So if you want to know more and just get connected, so just do subscribe to this channel so that you will get updates. So thank you.